Are you ready to learn how to be a passive investor over $1,000 in real estate invest? So where are you from originally?
I'm from India.
Born and raised?
Yes, born and raised.
How's the childhood?
In India, I grew up in a very modest family. Me, my parents, and my two brothers. My dad was a bank manager, and my mom was a homemaker. We were living in a rental house all along when I was growing up there.
How was growing up as a female?
There was definitely that stigma around, women doing more than men can do. We were conditioned to be housewives. My family was very liberal, and they encouraged me to focus on my career. They also felt like I should learn the things that will help me become a good housewife, a good mother, cooking, cleaning, keeping in mind that I'm a woman, I'll have a husband eventually, and husband will have his priorities, that I should make my priorities, and things like that. I'm teaching all my three kids how to cook and clean because I think that's a life skill. But it shouldn't be like because you are a girl or because you are a woman, you need to do this and the boys don't need to. That's not the distinction that we are making.
But I like the fact that you're teaching them all with the same way, regardless if you're talking to your son or your daughter. So I love that. And how long have you been in the U.S.?
For 25 years.
What was your career previous to real estate investing?
I started out as an attorney back in India in the High Court. After I got married and I moved to US, I will have to go through the whole law program again. I decided to switch sides and got my master's degree in IT. I worked in IT career for 22 years.
22 years, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
How has real estate, changed your lifestyle?
So my biggest pain point while I was working in the corporate jobs is that I could not spend enough time with my family, with my kids. After I started with real estate, I have the flexibility. Although I have to work and we all work hard, even as real estate investors, there is a flexibility. And that's what I like the most.
Do you wish that you would have changed career earlier?
Yes, I wish I had changed career earlier. I wish I had not spent 22 years in corporate America, away from my family. I love it because it's like before it was the life and the job. And now it is just life.
So looking back when you told your family and your friends, did you feel like they encouraged you? How was that transition?
My husband was a little bit unsure about this, but after he saw me working and after he saw how passionate I am about this, he supported me wholeheartedly. I looked at all my, previously whatever jobs I did, whatever money I earned. We figured out how to reinvest that so that we can make money passively.
So if you're looking back, it's not that long ago. Mm-hmm. On the past 2 years, what would you do different today to move faster from the beginning?
Now looking back, I feel that I should have gotten into the commercial multifamily sooner because that's completely passive. It has economies of scale that was not there in the single family rentals. Don't feel that it's too big. You can do it.
How are you so confident? For you to be like so confident today that you just inquire 100 doors. What are the power team behind the scene helping you?
Network and mentors and education. After joining this network, I was able to see what other people are doing, and I've thought to myself, if they can do it, I can do it. Mentors, because there were many investors ready to help and guide me through this. The education that this network offers is the best in class, and after going through that education, we just came to, know so much. We acquired so much knowledge that we were able to apply that while we did our first deal. You don't have to, have all that cash with you. That was a big lesson. Phil and Shinoa always teach us that Your network is your net worth, and you buy real estate with other people's money, and they taught us many different ways to access that money, and that was the big eye opener.
How was your first deal?
So it's very interesting that the first deal was because we became accidental landlords. We were living in Colorado at the time, and we had to suddenly move to Texas. We didn't have much time to do anything with our house there, and we went ahead and rented it.
Going through that first deal, what was the fear that it was going through?
The fear was whether we will be able to find the tenant, whether we'll be able to rent it at the right price that will cover our mortgage, and whether we will be able to manage it from long distance.
And do you still own that property?
No, we sold that rental.
So how much money did you make when you sold the property?
Around $400K.
Really? How long did you hold that property for?
About 10 years.
So looking back, what was the lesson that you learned?
Holding the real estate is always a good idea. In the history of the world, the value of the real estate has never gone down.
How many doors do you have today?
Today we have over 1,000 doors.
How much money have you made since you became a real estate investor?
With the deals that we have right now, we are expecting about 2 to 3 million.
Do you see yourself retiring anytime soon?
That's a very interesting question because I don't feel like I'm working. So how can I retire if I'm not working? Right?
Why retire when you can be making money on your vacation?
Right.
So, and it's not just making money, because I think when it comes to the real estate, it's not just about the money, but it's the partnership, friendship that we make throughout our days. And all the people that we help, the contractors, the homeowners, and so on, there's a lot of them are struggling. This is it, I'm about to change. How long did it took you to do that transition?
My lifestyle has completely changed. I have more flexibility. I spend much more time with my family, on my hobbies, doing what I love to do. It has reflected in all parts of my life. Now I feel at peace that even if sometimes I'm working really hard, I am working for myself, my family, my kids, and for generating the generational wealth for them.
So since you became a real estate investor, have you inquired anything that was the dream back in the day?
This summer, I took my kids to New York. At one point, we went to the store. I liked something that was kind of expensive. And I said to my kids, "Oh, I like this. I want to buy this." They said, "Did you ask Daddy?" I said, "What do you mean? What do you mean by did I ask him? Did you take his permission? Why do I need to take his permission?" And they were like, "Because you don't work anymore." And I said, "What made you think so?" And they said, "Because we always see you like going out for lunches and meetups and just talking to people and being on the phone calls. It doesn't seem like you're working." And I said, "That's the fun of it." Right? In the history of the world, the real estate has never gone down and stayed down. So it is a long-term game, but eventually you are going to come out as a winner.
I think we can continue to keep making dreams, because there's always new dreams to be made.
Right.
And I love, regardless where you come from, regardless how old we are, if you are growing, you can always make a new dream.
You need to make your money work for you. You don't work for money.
And I wanted to thank you so much for being here with us today. So thank you so much for being here with us.
This is such a surprise.